Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we will create a model steel spoon with surface feature in Autodesk Inventor. Friends, this video is going to be very important for you because today I will tell you how you can easily make this model with the help of surface tools like sweep surface, lofted surface, and extend surface, and at last all the surfaces will be converted into a single surface by using the stitch surface command. After creating this, we will give the thickness by using the thicken offset tool. At all the sure, you will surely see this video till the end. I hope you will like this tutorial. So let me start this video. First of all, we will create a new part file. Here we will select the millimeter part and click create button. Now this is my Inventor design window where I will start the sketching of this model. We will set the view of the model by clicking over the view cube before start the sketching. Here I will start the 2D sketch on XY plane. Now choose the front view by selecting the view cube. At first I will create a base sketch of the spoon like this. Then later I will create the backbone of the spoon. So let's start the sketching on here. At first, create a horizontal line and fix the line on the part origin by using coincident constraint. You see that my line is fixed. The total length of my spoon is 143.5 mm. Okay. And this line will keep as construction geometry. Create two center point arcs over this line on both sides from y-axis. Make sure vertical constraint should become applied over both endpoints of the arc, so that both the endpoints of the arc are aligned. Otherwise, the arc will run here and there. Okay, alright. Here I will fix the coincident constraint between the midpoint of the arc and the end point of the construction line on both sides. This arc radius is 10 mm and this arc radius is 6 mm. Its vertical dimension is 15.5 mm. Okay, alright. And its vertical dimension is 12 mm. So now my sketch is fully constrained. Okay, alright. So now we move on. Next, I create another arc from the end point of the previous arc. This arc will be tangent to the previous arc. This arc radius is 40 mm and its vertical dimension from here to here is 16.3 mm. Here I will create two more arcs. They will be linked to each other. This arc radius is 16.3 mm. Here I will select the vertical dimension of the previous arc. It will be linked to this dimension, which means that if any changes in the previous dimension, it will be automatically changed. Its vertical dimension from here to here is 6.6 mm. Okay, and at last I will create one more arc between these two endpoints to complete the sketch. This arc radius is 600 mm. Okay, that's it. Here I will create a mirror of these arcs 1, 2, 3 and 4. Okay, alright. Activate this tool from here and select these arcs. Choose the center construction line and click OK. My base sketch of the spoon is completed on here, so I will exit the sketch. Save the part file. We will set the file name steel spoon from here, OK, and save the file on its destination folder like this. So now it's time to make the backbone of the spoon like this. The total length of this spoon handle 143.5 mm. Now this arc radius is 20 mm and this arc radius is 500 mm. Okay. From this end to other end is 12 mm and this one end to other end is 84 mm. And this arc radius is 40 mm. And this length is 54 mm. So now let's proceed accordingly. Start the sketching on XZ plane. Let's rotate the sketch in this position. Now pick up the project geometry tool from here and take the project of this arc midpoint. Draw a vertical line on this endpoint and its length is 10 mm. The line will become construction geometry. Draw an arc from this endpoint of the line. Its align dimension is 84 mm. Give the radius of this arc, it is 500 mm. Now see, each arc will be created one by one on here. I will create another arc from the endpoint of the previous arc. This arc will be tangent to the previous arc. Its align dimension is 12 mm and the radius is 20 mm. Draw another arc here. Its horizontal dimension is 54 mm and the radius is 40 mm. The total length of the handle from here to here is 143.5 mm. Okay, alright, my sketch is completed. So now I will exit the sketch. In the next part of this video, here we will create 3 planes. First, second and third. Because we need to draw 3 curves on these planes for creating an appropriate perfect shape on my spoon handle. Something like this. Let me open the visibility of the YZ plane. And I will create a new datum plane at an offset distance value 39.25 mm from the YZ plane in this direction. Here I will create a new work point at the intersection of the plane and bottom curve by using the intersection of plane point command. Activate this tool, and now I will select this one and this one. Okay, here you can see my work point has been created. Start the sketching on this plane and take the project of this work point. I made this point because we have to snap the midpoint of the arc at this intersection point. Let me hide this plane and work point. Tilt the sketch in this position. Now here I will create an arc. I will apply the horizontal constraint on both endpoints of the arc. And the arc radius is 30 mm. Snap the arc on the projected point by using the coincident constraint. See, my curve is properly fixed. Make sure the curve is bigger than the base sketch of the spoon. See, I want to tell you one thing here. Whenever you make a model with surface tools, then you will have to make every surface a little bigger than the base sketch. Only then you can make its perfect shape according to your design as you want. So friends, I hope you have understood my point very well. So let's now proceed with our work from here. Finish the sketch. So now we will create another new plane on this curve endpoint, who it would be created parallel to the YZ plane. Since here I have found the end point of this arc, so I do not need to make a point here. We can start the sketch directly. Take the project of this arc endpoint, okay? Draw an arc, and similarly this arc will also snap like I did earlier. and its radius is 10 mm. Okay, alright. Similarly here you can also see that this arc will be bigger than the base sketch. Okay, finish the sketch. Here my two arcs have been made. Now I will make the third and last arc on the center of the last curve. So let's see. If you want to create a parallel plane along the YZ plane, you may also select this horizontal construction line. The parallel plane will be created like this. Similarly, I will make the third work point over the intersection of the plane and bottom curve. And start the sketch on this plane. Take the project of this point. Draw another arc on here. And now select this midpoint and this arc and choose a coincident constraint. Now see, it's going to make a coincident. Its radius is 40 mm. Exit the sketch. See here, my all the curves are created. So now it's time to start the process of creating the surface one by one here. Let's see. At first we will create a surface by selecting these two curves. This is the first curve as profile and the second is path. On the basis of this, my surface will be rotated and ready in a perfect shape. Now activate the sweep command from here. In the sweep dialog box, output area, two options are available here. I will choose the surface option. In the profile selection area, I will select this curve. Okay. In the path selection area here, now I will select the bottom arc. Here you can see the entire curves are selected at once. It is not good for my design because I need only one curve at a time. Hold the mouse on this curve, please wait a short time, and two options are automatically visible in the design window. I will select only this curve. Let's see the preview. Here the shape does not seem to be formed as I want, according to this curve. Okay, so now in the orientation area, I will choose the parallel option. Okay, now see the result. It's perfect shape. Nice, very nice. And click OK to create the surface feature. Next, I will create another surface between this edge of the sweep surface and the second arc by using the Loft with Surface option. Let's activate the Loft tool from here. In the Loft dialog box, output area, two options are available here. I will choose the surface option. Let's select this edge of the sweep surface and select the second arc, which will keep as a sections. Okay, alright. Under the rail sections area, I will select this curve. Let's see the preview. Here the shape does not seem to be formed as I want, according to as shown here, because I want to this edge to be properly slanted along between two endpoints. Here I want to need two more rails so that its shape becomes better. So I leave the command and activate the 3D sketch tool from here. Let me draw a 3D line between the endpoint of the surface edge and end of the second arc. In the same manner, I will create another 3D line on the opposite side. Now pick up the Loft tool once again. At first, I will select the surface edge and second arc. Okay, under the rails section area, I will select this curve and select the two 3D sketches. Now see the preview. It's perfect shape, nice, very nice, and click OK to create the surface feature. It means that the better you give rails to make a shape perfect, the better the shape will be. Okay, that's it. In the same way, we will further create two more 3D lines to make a surface more. Now pick up the Loft tool once again, select the surface option. Let's select this edge of the Lofted Surface and select the third arc which will keep as a sections. Under the rail selection area, I will select this curve and select the two 3D sketches. Now see the preview and click OK to create the surface feature. It's perfect shape, nice, very nice. Now see my three surfaces are created here. I will extend this surface edge. Now pick up the Extend Surface tool and select the handle edge. The offset distance value is 15.65 mm. OK, and click OK. See, I had to extend this also from the base sketch. Since I had to extend this also from the base sketch. Here you can see the entire surfaces are collected in surface bodies folder in the browser bar. So now I will stitch all the surfaces like this. Now see, the entire surface is converted into a single surface. Now I will activate the extrude command and select the base sketch of the spoon. Here I will select the surface option because I want to create a surface here, not a solid. Here I will keep the extrude a little bigger so that it pops off the surface. Okay, see. Let me hide these sketches. Now it's time to trim and make this shape of a spoon. Let's activate the trim surface command. At first, the cutting tool will keep. Here I will select the extrude surface feature. OK, alright. And the second remove surface will keep. Now I will select this stitch surface, which part will be cut. OK, now see the preview. And click OK to finish the command. Let me hide the extrude surface feature. See, it's the perfect shape of my spoon. Now see, my spoon body is almost ready. Let me give the thickness here so that my model is looking perfect visible here. Now activate the Thicken oblique offset tool from here and select the surface. Now you can see where each separate surface is selected by one. But here I want these surfaces to be selected all at once. So now I will choose the quilt option instead of face. Okay, now see. The thickness of the spoon is 1 mm. The thickness value will keep in an upward direction. And click OK to finish the command. Let me hide the visibility of the stitch surface feature. Here I will assign the material as steel polished. Now see, my steel spoon model is looking perfect. I hope you will like this tutorial. Thanks for watching my video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel to get the latest updates. Okay, thank you.